I just saw the Olympics 2024. I don't really watch the Olympics, not since maybe I was maybe like 12, 13 years old. I don't really watch the Olympics like that, but it's like I saw this opening ceremony for the 2024 Olympics. And it seemed like, they just went full blown devil worship and just complete weirdo-ness in nature. Yeah, I'm just trying to think first off, like whose idea was this to do this like that? I know who was ultimately behind it, which is Satan. I realize that, but I got the opening ceremony, and it's supposed to be, I guess, mocking the last summer painting. The thing is, yes, it's extremely blasphemous, but at the same time, you got a bunch of transsexuals running around, homosexuals in these ridiculous outfits. You even got the guy that's all blue with no clothes on, and he's all blue. Thinking, was he supposed to be a smurf? Supposed to be a gay smurf? Is he supposed to be a homosexual superhero smurf? What is he supposed to be? Because I know he's in the same spot that I think Jesus is. It's in the picture. I don't. Thing is, you got a naked grown man wearing blue, just prancing around. There's a child up there somewhere. It's a little kid up there with all of them while they're doing all of that. And that's the worst part that nobody's talking about. They even had the pale horse of death that's in Revelations. That's in Revelation just running around on a pale horse on top of that. It's almost like, they're just accepting it. Like, yes, we're with the devil. Yes, we're going to be destroyed. We just got a pale horse of death. Or a pale horse of death just running around. It's just insane, really. They have some rappers on there, of course. They had Megan Thee Stallion. She was performing, Megan Thee Stallion, which is a male horse. A stallion is a male horse. So maybe she's transgender too. I don't know. Maybe she's not. Yeah, Snoop Dogg that was there. I don't know why Snoop Dogg is at the Olympics. He wasn't even performing. He was just there. Yeah, it's the same Snoop Dogg that said that he was with God, said he's with Christ now. So, but in reality, he just wanted to put out a gospel album to try to be relevant again. He said he was going to be with God and all of that. Then as soon as he put out this gospel album with all the gospel singers, as soon as he got his album to #1 on the gospel charts, he went right back to the world throwing up satanic hand symbols with Eminem and Dr. Dre and all of them with that Super Bowl performance. Yeah, now you got the Olympics, I guess now. But yeah, same Snoop Dogg. You might as well call this the Pride Olympics. Because the gay pride parades took over completely. At one part of the Olympics, you even had, I'm seeing clips of it. It was a transsexual, a trans woman. Yeah. It was a man who became a woman for a boxing match. It is a trans woman fighting natural women. So this is just a man beating up women, just beating the brakes off of women, easily just destroying them. Just, people were just looking at it like, okay, like whatever. He beat up one woman so bad she just quit. She talking about he hits too hard. Or talking about she hits too hard. She hits too hard. It's just, this is the world that we live in right now. This is what you get when you take God out of the world. You get a bunch of weirdness like this. The Olympics in general, It's just pride games. That's all it is. It's bread. Not only is it bread and circus, but it's pride games. That's what the whole Olympics is really about. My country is better than your country. My people are better than your people. It's that whole mentality. That's what it's really about. And who's the best. It's all pride. God hates pride. And the Olympics, everybody's competing to win a gold medal so that they can strut around and say, okay, I'm better than all these other people over here because they don't have a gold medal. I'm greater than everybody else. Now look at me, I got a gold medal. I should be worshiped. I should be glorified because I have a gold medal. And that's all it's always been about. For decades, they've been doing this. And God hates pride. God despises pride. So that the athletes who win these events can strut around and say, look at me, I got a gold medal. I'm like God, I should be worshipped because I'm better than everybody who don't have a championship. I'm better than everybody who don't have a gold medal. That's pride. That's pride. God hates pride. That's one of the things that God hates. If the Lord is not the center of your life, if he's not number one, if Jesus is not number one in your life, you're going to hell along with all these other people celebrate pride and celebrating, all these crazy pride type events. You'll be going to hell with all of them. I don't know if people realize this, but the whole lighting the torch thing that they do in the Olympics, at all the Olympics, they always take the torch, they light it up on fire, and then they light up this whole, there's always some kind of symbol behind the torch, they light it all up, they pass it around, they take turns lighting the torch. Yeah, that's all satanic, pagan, Greek god worship. Is praising, honor, and glory to Zeus, the god of Mount Olympus. Like there's a whole temple of Zeus. It's a whole Greek pagan religion. That's the one that's in the Bible that's called the seat of Satan. That's that whole Greek god mythology. Zeus, Hercules. I used to think it was just a cartoon when I was little. Hercules, but that's all false Greek god worship. So is those whole Greek fraternity, Greek letter worship. That's in some colleges in the South. It's the same thing. It's the same pagan Greek god worship. It's satanic. I mean, I realized that in this day and age, more and more, this world is getting more and more godless in general. More and more godless. When you realize that this is all the devil that's behind it, everybody's talking about who planned this, like whose idea was this. It's not even a person. It's the one who's ultimately behind it the most. Like who's like really controlling the scenes, who's controlling the people. It's the devil. It's Satan. Satan wants everybody to go in his direction. Because the devil is going to be destroyed. He's going to die. Devil's going to be destroyed. The devil's going to be destroyed completely. He's going to go to hell, and he wants to take as many people to hell with him as possible. That's his whole thing. That's what he wants to do. He's done it in music, movies, TV shows, anything, radio games, anything you can think of. That's what the devil has always been doing. Anybody notice that, right after that whole satanic blasphemous ceremony took place, with all the transgenders dancing around dressed in blue and all of that happened, Paris had a huge blackout, like right after that. Yeah, I think that was God letting them know that I saw what you did, and God is not pleased with what he saw. That's how I saw that as God responded to that. It's a scary thing to fall into the hands of the living God. That's a direct verse out of the Bible. And Jesus is coming back soon. Let me know what you think in the comment sections.